What's up everybody, Chris here. Welcome back to another video. And today I'm kind of doing something where, I don't know, I've kind of done stuff like this, but I kind of haven't really. I can't really remember. I'm kind of fantasy book. And how would I book CM Punk coming to AEW? Of course, there's a big weekend of wrestling ahead of us. We have Rampage Friday night. We have SummerSlam, I believe, Saturday night. And then NXT on Sunday, I believe it is. So yeah, stacked weekend of wrestling coming. And yeah, not really. I don't know. I was thinking about maybe doing a predictions video for Rampage, the first dance, because again it's that special episode, it's that first dance edition. But then there's only really one reason to talk about this show, and that is the heavily rumored debut of a certain former WWE Ring of Honor champion in CM Punk. So I decided, instead of doing a full-on preview and predictions and all, I'm just gonna talk about CM Punk and how I would book it, but also I'm gonna maybe what I think AEW will actually end up doing. So yeah, of course you'll have this. As I mentioned, there will be a busy weekend of wrestling, so you probably will get NXT and SummerSlam predictions, maybe reviews of those shows as well. Maybe even I'll sneak in a Rampage review if something big does happen, like we are kind of expecting, with all the hints and the teasers that have been placed by AEW over the last couple of weeks. And of course, the rumors going around online. But before I get into that and all that stuff, I just want to say, please like, comment, and subscribe this video. So yeah, let's not waste time. Let's get into it. I'm going to start with what I think AEW will do, and then what I personally would do, or what I would like to see done. So of course we have all we all know the hints. The show, the first dance is being called, taking place in Chicago, of course, the hometown of a certain CM Punk. And they've been dropping hints. Kenny on Dynamite last night wore a Chick Magnet t-shirt. Of course, a lot of people say CM stands for Chick Magnet. Of course, Darby Allin cutting the best in the world promo. And you know, MJF referencing the pipe bomb all in the last couple of weeks. So yeah. So what I think AEW will do, I believe the main event for Rampage will be Daniel Garcia versus Jon Moxley. And I think that will kind of play into CM Punk a bit. So what I think will happen with Garcia and Mox, Mox wins. After the match, 2.0 come out to try attack him. Eddie comes out, but again, it's 3-on-2 still. So Sting and Darby come out to even the odds, because of course they had a match with 2.0 on Dynamite. So kind of, play into it that way. And of course 2.0 have been aligned with Daniel Garcia on TV. So that's kind of, that's playing out. Darby ends up being left in the ring after Mox Kingston and Sting end up brawling with 2.0 and Garcia to the back. And, Darby's left in the ring, and then all of a sudden, Cult of Personality comes out. And, face-to-face confrontation. CM Punk says to Darby, "You wanted the best in the world? Well, the best in the world is here. I'll see you at All Out," or something like that. Something along those lines. That's kind of where, if, the rumors are to be true and the speculation is to be true, I feel like that, from what has been announced, is probably the way they'll go about it. Especially considering, Darby Allin tease and kind of going that route. So that's kind of what I think AEW will do. But here's how I would book it. I would have, Moxley beat everyone kind of the same way. Everyone that's kind of brawling. Darby does like a big dive and takes everyone out. But then just before the show goes off the air, of course, now this is me getting to fantasy booking territory. This is what I think AEW will do. I just want to make that clear to everyone watching this video. This is the fantasy booking part. So yeah, Darby and Sting come out to save Mox and Kingston from getting beat down by Garcia in 2.0. Darby's left standing in the ring. I don't even know if I'd involve Darby just yet. I know they teased it, but I'm actually going to go back on my word. The show is about to go off the air. No mention of Punk at all throughout the show. And then we get a countdown on the screen, and it just says countdown to the best in the world, and it's counting down the days to All Out. So, you know, this countdown, we get glimpses of it at least like once a week on Rampage or Dynamite, all the way up to All Out. At All Out, then, of course, the countdown gets down to 0. And the music hits. Or it gets to the last 10 seconds. And the music hits, and it's the final countdown. Do you know the song, The Final Countdown? I can't remember it's from. And out comes the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson, of course. Danielson is being linked to coming into AEW as well alongside Punk recently. So this is a way where you could kind of get that Bryan to come out. Of course, he used the Final Countdown music in Ring of Honor, so again, that could get a big reaction because people would know who that is. And of course, it's a big name. And you might also get some people, because it's Chicago, disappointed that it's not CM Punk, so you can bring in Bryan as a heel, maybe get some boos. Because that is the direction I'd go with Bryan. I'd have Bryan coming in, kind of like his heel Ring of Honor, it kind of like his Ring of Honor character, where he's like, I'm the best in the world, I'm blah blah blah, I'm the best wrestler in the world, I'm the American Dragon, I'm Bryan Danielson, and I'm here to take over. And then all of a sudden, I won't go straight into Cult of Personality. Do you know, like CM Punk's Ring of Honor team, the I'd kind of play that intro. I can't remember the name of the song, but I'd play that like intro, and I'd slowly fade it into Cult of Personality. You know, it's kind of just like the intro to that, and it just kind of stops, or like gets interrupted by, you know, like the intro to Cult of Personality with the like, I can't think of the word of, you know, the like, what's the word I'm trying to think of? You know, the way in the intro it goes like, it's like static noise, like you're changing like a radio channel or something, you get the static noise. It's kind of like that at the beginning of Cult of Personality. Cult of Personality kicks in, and out comes CM Punk. And you get CM Punk and Daniel Bryan face to face in the ring. Punk says, you're not the best in the world, I'm the best in the world. And they go back and forth. And they're like, all right, let's settle it right here, right now. All Out, Chicago. CM Punk, Bryan Danielson, they have a classic matchup because it's Punk and Danielson. So yeah, that's kind of like something I would like to see. I think that would be great. You get the swerve, or you get this countdown to the best in the world, and you think it's Punk, but then you get swerved, it's Bryan. But then you still end up getting rewarded. You still get CM Punk, but you also have Daniel Bryan, and then you get this big matchup between the two of them. And then after that, see, this is where I would have, it doesn't look like they're going with Hangman and Kenny All Out. I think it's because Hangman's taking some time off because he's having a child or something. But yeah, Hangman looks like he's taking some time off. But if he was still around, this is where I would have had Hangman beat Kenny for the AEW Championship. And I'd have a heel Daniel Bryan, or Bryan Danielson, going after Hangman and maybe taking the belt off him after like a month or something, and have Hangman trying to rebuild himself and chase back after the belt, because the money a lot of time with faces isn't the actual title run, it is the chase. And I feel like that could be a good way to get some heel heat onto Bryan Danielson by having him come in and ruin Hangman's moment, taking that moment away from him. And you know, you can have Hangman working his way back up, getting that championship back. And then as far as Punk, I would have him as a face going after Kenny Omega. Kenny's like, you know, you can have Punk beat Bryan or something, or like some way, and Punk's like, now I want someone who's calling himself the best bout machine. I've already proven that I'm one of the best in the world. I beat Bryan Danielson. Now I want Kenny Omega. So you could go Punk and Omega and Danielson versus Hangman that way. But of course, it's going to be Christian instead of Hangman versus Kenny, and I think Kenny will retain there. So you could have Punk go after, like, do you have Punk go straight after the AEW title? I'm not sure if that's what I would do. I feel like the plan is still to go to Hangman eventually, once he's back. So, in the current situation we're in, where Hangman isn't around and we're not getting that title match, I don't really know where the follow through with Punk would be, what would be next. I'm sure they could work something out. I'm sure they would find something that I'm not thinking of. You know, maybe you do Punk Andrade, Punk Malachi Black, Punk vs. Pac, Punk versus Pentagon, Punk versus Phoenix. You know, just listing names of a stacked AEW roster that I really do hope these CM Punk rumors are true. I really do hope CM Punk does show up eventually in AEW, whether it is at Rampage or they kind of do what I said that I would personally do, and that's tease it at Rampage tonight. Like, you kind of basically confirm it while having them be there, just teasing it and then delivering it at the pay-per-view. But yeah, I'm a big CM Punk fan. I would love to see CM Punk show up in AEW. I think they would do a lot of great stuff. Same with Bryan Danielson. I hope he does end up in AEW as well. A big Bryan Danielson fan, big Daniel Bryan fan. And I think, again, that's another great addition to that AEW roster as well. If the rumors like Punk are true and he does show up as well. So yeah, I feel like there's a lot of good positives that to Punk coming to AEW. And that's not even talking about the buzz and this excitement around that would be around CM Punk returning to wrestling. So yeah, I am very interested to see how AEW actually do go about this. Again, hopefully these rumors are true, as I did say. As of now, there is no confirmation that CM Punk is definitely showing up. It's just everyone speculating, AEW teasing it. Again, that just could be them playing into speculation. But I feel like AEW are smart enough where something this big, such as the CM Punk return to wrestling, they won't be playing into it as hard just if they are rumors. So that kind of makes me confident that there is something there. It's just, when does this happen? Will it be at this episode of Rampage, the first dance in Chicago, of course, like people are expecting it? We'll have to wait and see. So yeah, very excited for a possible CM Punk debut in AEW very soon. As I said, this is kind of just a video where I kind of talked about maybe what AEW might do and what I kind of personally, if I was in charge of stuff, how I would book things. Let me know what you thought this in the comment section below. Would you like to see more videos like this as well? Leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.